That big ball of fire up there is making the air temperature out here over 40 degrees Celsius. I believe that's 110 Fahrenheit or thereabouts. As we say in Australia, fucking hot. That is the only waterfall that I can set this sluice box up on. So I think it's a much better idea to yabby pump some of the bedrock crevices I've got in this creek, see what gold we get. Because the almighty tree has given us shade.
At least the butterflies were happy to stand out in the sun and get cooked.
When it comes to sinking your pan underwater, it's all about finding the right rock. Because my pan's got to sit here, and it's not going to want to do it, I can guarantee it, without some kind of fat chunky boy sitting in there. Stay. These deposits are super easy to work. It's just, this is bedrock, and they've got sharp right angle drop off. Every angled drop off has gravel behind it, and there's gold in it. Literally the entire creek behind me has that kind of bedrock on it, and they're all working like sluice riffles. Some sluice riffles have lots of gold behind it, some have hardly any, but they all have gold.
The yabby pump I'm using here is amongst my favourite gold prospecting tools. Its job is simply to create a vacuum to suck gravel up. This is a much better method of removing gravel from bedrock than using a straw from Macca's.
I've never found a nugget on this creek, but you never know.
Panning is amongst the slowest methods of extracting gold, unless you're on this super secret creek which has a lot of it, just off the M1 near Canterbury.
I've changed back to using these black pans because recently I found out just how colorblind I actually am.
It's at this point I take a risk by putting this meme up, which I literally don't know what it says. All the comments next to it are useless for me, so if this is offensive, I apologise.
And I discovered that the green on the Garrett pans, as well as the blue on the Minelab pans, make it almost impossible for me to see flower gold in either of them. But these black pans allow me to see gold very clearly, and that is a great sign. That is a pixie ear of gold coming out in the corner, and we're not even down to a handful of concentrates yet. Listen to this, we've either got a nugget or lots of lead at the bottom of the pan. Hear that?
That's the sound of hope, baby!
Look at the lead! Look at, that's a huge chunk of lead. There's like a dozen shotgun pellets or more there. Oh my god, that's so many shotgun pellets. There's got to be good gold with that. Oh, we got a pickup. Look at that bed. Y'all want to start a reloading company? We can afford to set one up. Look at that. That's a nice little round bit too. Parker Schnabel, eat your bloody heart out.
This is what you're looking for right there. We're at 6,988 ounces.
Those are rookie numbers. We gotta pump those numbers up.
That's the shelf we got the really good gold out from behind, and it looks like it continues under this gravel. But this certainly isn't clean yet. We've got to get these doolies out of it. And look at that. So this is the flat face of a bedrock. That's going vertically down. There is a crack between this top cap piece of bedrock and the bottom cap piece of bedrock, and there is gravel packed into that crevice there. You would never even know that crack was there looking at the top of the bedrock. That is literally why you have to break bedrock up when you think you've finished, because if you can break into the bedrock, there's probably going to be even more gold in it. Oh, that's why. That's a piece of bedrock that's been worn down. Look at the gravel around it. Alright, alright, alright. That's why you use yabby pumps, because hand dredges like that get these areas spotlessly clean. You can't do that with a shovel. No offense, Mr. Shovel, it's just that the other one's a little bit better at sucking. Hello? Nuggets? No nuggets. Ooh, but I need my weigh down rock. There's nowhere near as much ironstone in this one, which is a bit concerning. Oh, look at the lead though. Look at that. Come on, baby. Yeah. Oh, that's two good pans in a row. Look at that. Little did I know, I could barely see half of that gold using the other pans up until just a couple of days ago. Apparently 8% of the population is colorblind. I fit into the most extreme version of one of those categories. I'm gonna have to make a video on what this all looks like to me, because it blew my mind when I found out that I've never seen red or green before.
Spoiler alert, my world's very brown.
I'm following that crevice towards the bank. The gold dropped off, so did the lead, but damn, that's still a bunch of lead. Whereas if I take a pan closer to the center of the creek, we get way less lead and about the same amount of gold. I think that's because there's a lot more overburden here. I'm going to try and shift some of that, see what we get. And for that, I shall be using my friend the red tiger pick. And you know if it's red, it goes faster. That's science.
Yeah, Mr. White. Yes, science.
Yeah, look, at this point, I'm not even sure if I know how to use one of these tools. What the hell am I doing with my arms? I might be a first year apprentice on the pick, but I'm at least a second year on the shovel.
This is all very sandy top gravel, so I'm not expecting a lot of gold in this, but I need to clear the gravels off the bedrock there so I can access those crevices. And I don't want to throw away gold, so I've got to test it just in case. And that's why we test, because that was in the top gravels. 2 nice flakes and a whole bunch of nano. Not a pixie pan, but still not really something you want to throw away. That's the only cloud in the entirety of the sky. Anywhere across the world. I know this. I'm not talking out my ass at all. I managed to get all the way down into the clay, and the gold is definitely not as good in that spot. I'm still happy, but yeah. Given the gold that I pulled from this section, and then all through here down to here, there's a definitive line that runs right up the guts of it, and either side's still got gold, but not like the middle. The clay over there is very bland.
What are you?
An idiot sandwich.
Whereas the clay over here looks more like a librarian with a kinky side. No gold at the back yet. Oh, speaks just a little bit too soon. Ooh, I can hear like lead or something too. I'm waiting for like a shotgun pellet or a big bullet or something to stick its head out. I can hear, oh, there it is. There it is. I could hear it rattling. Look at that. I think that's 3 different bullets. I could hear them rattling at the bottom of the pan. Oh, look at the shotgun pellets. Look at the amount of lead in there. That is ridiculous. That's all lead. Oh, yeah. This is not just lead. It's good gold. That's just the thing about hunting for gold. You got to find, identify, and stay on the pay streak. It's very easy to go over it. There is about a 2-foot section right in the middle that's got really decent gold and a lot of lead. Then either side of it, that drops off by at least half. It's one of the reasons that you'll see me out here with just a pan, because it's much easier to hunt the pay streak where the richest gold is, as opposed to setting up a high banker or a sluice box that takes a lot of extra work for not that much more processing power. Because to feed a high banker out of crevices is next to impossible. You lose all of your efficiency that the high banker gives you in having to remove the pay dirt from the bedrock very slowly. Get out of the bedrock!
Ah yes, one of my favourite pastimes, yelling at the bedrock to relinquish its gold. Do you think it works? No, but it does feel good.
That is easily one of the lead heaviest pans I've got today. Decent gold too. Holy crap! These pans just keep getting better and better. How's that for a single pan? Oh my god! I've just been finding where these sharp ridges drop off into a crevice like this one, and they're loaded, every one of them, as long as I stick within that 2-foot boundary. What a mental day.
And as you'd well understand, as someone who just spent the past several hours in 40-degree heat trying to dig gold out of a creek, mental was the right word. You often go home dehydrated like a sultana.
If I were a betting man, I reckon this is going to be okay. Not as much lead. Hardly any lead. Oh, low, but nice gold. Yeah! This has just been a spec-freaking-tacular day in every sense of that word. Spec, not tacular. For I have found no tackle, only specks. That is a heavy pan. Hopefully that's mostly gold, not just the lead.
Yep, that's everything I'd pan today into one pan. Talk about risk-taking.
I've got this pan down to nothing but the ironstone, the lead, and the black sand. This is going to be a very terrible reveal because there's too much concentrate in my pan to tilt it back properly. But look at the lead. Look at that. That is insane. Oh, I just started rearming factory. Oh, and the gold. Oh. That is easily one of the best pans I have seen in such a long time. Look at that. The amount of lead in here is just ridiculous. It is just solid bits of lead.